In the previous part, we saw the headmaster take Rayon in the middle of the forest to teach him about attributes. The headmaster was curious to know what will Rayon be able to do when he will master his technique. Now we see that when they reached there, headmaster turned toward Rayon and created a tremendous amount of wind energy. He tells Rayon this is the wind he chose. There are various types of wind like warm, cold as well as sharp, and he learned to make blades from the wind. The headmaster tells Rayon that his attribute can be fire, so he should practice that. But he can't train fire here in the forest. That's why the headmaster is planning to take Rayon somewhere else. Then they reached a house in the middle of the forest where an old man was living. Rayon notices that the man is doing something with fire, and the fire here is really different. In his past life, Rayon has seen various types of fire, but these flames are just like the Rayon possesses. Rayon sees the name of the old man is Valken. He knows from his previous life that this old man is an artisan who is famous all over the world for his skills. He is the one who has created the true heaven sword of King Glen. But after that, this man suddenly disappeared. Rayon bows down and greets the old man. The old man thinks maybe Limer has told Rayon something about him, but Limer denies it. Limer tells Rayon that for more than 10 years old man Valken has been stoking the flames here. So this is the best place to feel real flames. Limer tells old man Valken that Rayon is Sylvia's son. This shocks the old man and he turns behind. Now Rayon in a very sincere way requests the old man to let him feel the flames here. Valken tells him that he is making golden charcoal. It can create stronger flames than black or white charcoal. He has spent more than 10 years doing that. Then he allows Rayon to do his training. Rayon is very happy to hear this and he thanks the old man Valken. Now outside, Valken tells Limer that he didn't allow Rayon to train because Limer brought him here. He did that because the flame in the furnace rose when Rayon entered the room. Valken realized that Rayon's breathing possessed the power to manipulate fire. Valken thinks Rayon can make his wish come true. We see 7 months have passed by and Rayon is still training here. Now he has learned a lot about his fire element. He has awakened the 10,000 flames technique too. He remembers all the things the headmaster had taught him. He remembers about his revenge and his goal too. In his mind, he sees a bright fireball in front of him. He is trying his best to concentrate and cultivate this fire. He almost reached the spiritual state of complete selflessness. But suddenly he hears the voice of Demon who says this is the perfect moment for him to attack Rayon because right now Rayon cannot defend himself. He starts to freeze Rayon's body. Right now the demon is way stronger than Rayon. Rayon is not even able to breathe properly and he knows he cannot move his body while cultivating 10,000 flames. He tries to think of ways to survive but his consciousness is slowly fading away. Demon tells Rayon that the only thing he can do is submit his body. But Rayon gets an idea. This idea is really dangerous. But now Rayon has nothing to lose. He starts to absorb the mana from the furnace directly. Rayon is struggling, still he endures the pain. Now even Valken noticed that the fire in the furnace is increasing rapidly. He looks at Rayon and sees he is shivering from cold even though he was sitting right in front of the furnace. Limer comes between and tells Valken that they cannot interrupt Rayon now. If they do that, Rayon might die. The headmaster knows the only thing they can do is wait for Rayon to overcome this cold on his own. We see in his spiritual state Rayon is trying his best to defend himself from the demon lord. He remembers all his pain and suffering and jumps towards the fireball. And after a lot of struggle, he finally catches it. And because of this, a huge blast happened inside the furnace. Both of them are concerned about Rayon. But they see Rayon gets up and he is surrounded by bright golden flames. Rayon sees the status window which tells him that he has finally learned the 1000 flames technique. He has gained several other rewards too. He is happy because he did better than he expected. He also received an increment in all the stats because he has endured the hardships given by the demon. Demon is annoyed because he failed to acquire Rayon's body this time too. And even Rayon teases him in a very sarcastic way. But still, Rayon has learned his lesson. Had he finally knows that the demon is not his friends and he should not let him find his weaknesses or secrets. Valken is concerned about Rayon, but Rayon tells him he is okay, and he finally learned aura. When Valken looks inside the broken furnace he finds out there is golden charcoal in it. He remembers all the hardships he faced to create this. He tells Rayon that only because of this charcoal is made. In the interval of 7 months, every time Rayon trained here his breathing enlivened the flames, and all thanks to that this golden charcoal was made. Valken asks Rayon what his goal is and Rayon thinks a lot and replies he wants to become the swordsman who doesn't give up regardless of the situation. Old man Valken tells him that in 3 to 5 years Rayon will be able to possess a swordsmanship and then he should come to meet him. He will save these for that day. That means the most famous Valken will make a sword for Rayon. Even the Patriarch kept an eye on Rayon's training, and he is happy to see Rayon has finally achieved aura. Here in the training hall, Runan was missing Rayon a lot. Everyone else was talking bad about Rayon, and Runan was upset because of this. Even now she has a box of sweets in her hand and she wanted to share this with Rayon. Suddenly the door opens and Rayon comes in. Runan comes towards him and offers him marble ice cream again. Rayon is happy to see her and takes one marble. Now Runan is shocked and she notices that the cool air and scent around Rayon becomes stronger and pleasant. After eating one, Rayon closes the box and thanks Runan for this. And here we see Runan blush for the first time. She looks really pretty. When she leaves, we see even Rayon looks happy because of her. Now the headmaster tells all students that he is planning something special for the next month. It's time for them to move further and train their energy cores. He tells them that they will do a duel next month. Martha is happy to hear this. This duel will affect their ranks and graduation status. Martha raises a question and asks about the students who haven't created an aura yet. Everyone looks at Rayon and is curious to know his response. But we see the headmaster smile and tell them that yesterday Rayon succeeded in creating an aura. Martha is in disbelief and she is stunned to know this. Now she moves towards him and tells him to fight her. But Burin comes between and confronts Martha and asks her to have some honor because Rayon has just learned aura a day ago. But Martha replies that Rayon took 6 months to create aura. It's the longest time anyone has taken. That simply means he has no talent and he is undeserving of the position of top trainee. She tells Rayon that let's have the winner take the position of the top trainee. But Rayon denies her again and tells her he will not bet on his position of top trainee without anything in return. He tells Martha to bet with something of equal value. Rayon smiles and mocks her by saying is she scared to make a bet. Martha is in disbelief and bursts into an evil laugh. She is amused by Rayon's words, and because of this, she shows him a miracle medicine which her father gave. This is a calamity orb. It strengthens both the body and aura. We see an evil side of Rayon. He tells Demon that now she has something to offer, and this is their chance to screw her. Soon, 1 month passes by. Martha is excited for the duel. She wants to take revenge for what Rayon did to her on day 1. She has trained her aura for 3 years, and she thinks she can easily defeat Rayon because it's only 1 month since he learned aura. She gets a flashback and we see she is trying to become stronger because she wants to save someone. Now in the exam ground, the headmaster welcomes everyone, and soon the duel begins. The first up is Burin, Sieghart and Doreen. But Doreen raises his hand and tells the headmaster that he surrenders. Limer and Burin both are confused because the match hasn't even begun yet. He tells them he doesn't feel good because he wasn't able to sleep last night. We see Demon is angry by this behavior of Doreen, but Rayon was expecting this. The headmaster tells him to at least try. It doesn't matter even if he loses, he will surely learn something. Then the scene changes, and we see Burin has defeated Doreen easily. The headmaster suggests Burin control her emotions a little more and tells Doreen to gain more courage and stop running away. The next round is of Runan and Crane, and here Runan easily wins this duel. The headmaster gives these two some suggestions too. Now the time for the final duel came. This is between Martha and Rayon. Martha was really excited for this fight. She was fighting in attack mode, and Rayon was on defense. But then Rayon lands an attack on her, and she is moved back because of this. Martha laughs at him and says that you are only strong in swordsmanship, but your aura isn't strong enough. She releases her aura and tries to land a strike on him, but Rayon blocks her attack and then deflects it. Then Rayon says, now I'll show you something more important than talent. He wields his sword and uses the 1000 Flames technique's first flames. Martha is shocked to see this. She doesn't know what these terrifying beautiful flames are. Martha doesn't back down either. She uses a technique called Meteor Form Ultimate Point. This will collect all her aura into one spot. Rayon knows she is planning on giving her everything in this attack. With all her power, she charges toward Rayon. Everyone is amazed to see this. Even the ground starts to crack. And in the next scene, we see Martha lying unconscious on the ground, and her sword was broken. Yes, Rayon won against Martha. Even Rayon acknowledges her mental strength. Now Limer goes to meet King Glenn, and tells him Rayon defeated Martha. The Grandmaster was pleased with Rayon's achievement. The king tells him to guide Rayon well. To this, Limer replies happily that he will do that. Then he tells about Martha that her injuries are not that big, but she is a bit shocked. Then we see Rayon planting a flower in the garden, and Demon Lord was telling and guiding him to plant properly. Rayon remembers the night after he defeated Martha. He used that miracle medicine that increased his stats greatly. Then Rayon looks behind, and Martha was standing there. Rayon asks her if she came here to pick a fight, but Martha is a bit more silent than usual and she doesn't reply. After a moment, she replies, "I want to fight you, Rayon Zeekhart." Rayon teases her by saying she is acting like a child by not accepting her loss. She is flustered and says that she is acknowledging her loss, but she doesn't understand how she lost. That's why she wants to fight again. Now she is shocked because Rayon asks her what will he get in return to fight her. She is angry and tells Rayon that she will step on these flowers which he just planted. Rayon replies coldly that he doesn't even like flowers. He was gardening for the sake of his mom. After listening to this, Martha couldn't step on it and was about to leave from here. Now Sylvia comes here and asks Rayon if she is his friend. Sylvia is happy to meet her. We see Martha knows about Sylvia's past. Sylvia asks Martha if she got hurt during the duel. She tells her that she is not just talented, she is very pretty too. Martha tells her that she was here to talk with Rayon and now she will leave. But Sylvia holds her hand and tells Martha to eat with them. She serves food for them. Martha was behaving very politely, and Rayon notices that too. Sylvia treats her like her own child. She tells Martha to chew well so you don't get indigestion. Martha remembers her mother used to say this too. Martha was very happy when she was with her mother. After eating, she bows and says goodbye to Sylvia. On the way to her home, she misses her mother. She remembers how happy she was when she was with her mother. But one day, the white blood cult kidnapped her mother, and Daniel from the Zeekhart family adopted her. Yes, so the person she wants to save is her mother. She thinks that Daniel Zeekhart adopted her because she is talented. But now she has lost to Rayon. She thinks she might get kicked out if she loses. She knows that her adoptive father Daniel is a soft person, but she has certain trust issues. She thinks what if Daniel was doing an act? If that happens, then she will lose all hopes of finding her mom. Now when she comes back home, a servant gives her a letter. This is Daniel's letter. In the letter, Daniel congratulates her for her first loss. He encourages and comforts her by saying losing isn't a big deal. On the other page, he says he is still looking for her mother. Now Martha says she didn't lose because she let her guard down. She lost because she is weak. She takes a dagger, holds her hair, and cuts it. She is now more determined to get stronger. Next day, Martha goes to meet Rayon. She tells him that she is apologetic for how she treated him in the past. She says she will keep the promise, which is that the loser will obey the winner. After saying that, she leaves. Rayon is also stunned to see how much Martha has changed in this short amount of time. He thinks she is way more mature for her age. Now, a lot of time passes by, and New Year comes. During this time, Martha obeys Rayon and keeps her promise. Buren also learns to be more patient with other trainees, and Runan's sword becomes more precise. Even Rayon trains very hard every day. Everyone is jealous of Rayon because he is a very fast learner, and learns everything faster than anyone here. This amazes the Grandmaster too. The Grandmaster is very happy to tell King Glenn about Rayon. He says he is certain that Rayon is learning through the mind realm. They are on a cliff, and from here, the palace looks clear. The headmaster asks the king if he is preparing for something, because employees around the main building look busier than usual. The king tells him that Orwen Kingdom's envoy is coming. Orwen Kingdom is one of the 6 emperors, 5 demons, and they are one of the few forces close to Zeekhart. The third prince is coming here, similar in age to Rayon and Buren. The king tells Limer that they can come to watch the training too. Here, we see Headmaster Limer is preparing for some conspiracy in his mind. The next day, the headmaster tells all the trainees that the third prince wants to spar with them. Trainees are confused because it's a sudden notice, but we see that last night, the headmaster himself went to meet the prince and invited him to come to the training hall. This was the conspiracy Limer was thinking about yesterday. After a moment, the prince enters the ground with his knights. They all look royal and strong. The prince introduces himself as Grier de Orwen. Rayon notices that Grier definitely looks strong. The strongest among the knights too. The headmaster asks Rayon if he is also hesitant to duel with them. Rayon looks at the prince and thinks this might be nice practice. He replies with a straight face, without fear, that he would like to duel with them. The headmaster tells Rayon to pick 20 from the group for the duel. Soon, Rayon picks 20 trainees and tells them to look at the knights before the fight. He says they have handsome armor and a confident posture, but look at their hands. Their hands are shaking from nervousness. Rayon motivates his group by saying they are on the same level as us, so let's do our best. Now all students get pretty confident too. Rayon thinks he should send the strongest people first to increase the spirit of others. He chooses Martha to go first. Martha seems pretty confident and tells Rayon she will end it fast. When they look at the opponent, he looks way bigger than Martha. They all think he can't be the same age as them because of the size difference. Despite this, Martha smiles and casually says she will win anyway. She tells the opponent to come with all his might. Damn, this girl has no chill. I am very curious to know what will happen next. How will Martha beat this giant? This fight seems pretty interesting and intense. To watch the next part, click on the video on the left side. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.